Feeling all lubed up.
We're just vibing tonight.
We got some social lubricants going on.
Just vibing, straight vibe. So guys, welcome back. We've made it. We've made it to another episode. What episode is this?
16 or 17.
Yeah, too much to count. You know.
Can't count on my fingers.
Can't count. But we're gonna start pumping them out more and more. Christmas is coming up.
It is coming up.
What is that? Like once a year? Is that like once a year?
I don't know how they're doing it like that anymore, but I think it is once a year.
Don't
I would
open
have
that.
to double check.
Don't open that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, we're here with Carson Bass and Max Hume. Give it up for them. Yeah. And we have Mason Wheeler changing the angles live. Do we have the GoPro going? GoPro's going.
Recording.
So we got the fourth
GoPro's
angle.
going.
Set's really coming together. I feel like it's tightening up. Quick fact to start us off here. Hanger slang. You remember how we got that name idea?
I sure do, and he's sitting next to me.
Yes, sir. So I gotta give you credits off the rip. Hanger slang. This guy came up with it right here. So if you don't like it, it's his fault.
I actually don't remember doing that, but I'll take the credit.
You don't remember?
I don't.
Wow.
I might have been off my jiggy, if you know what I'm saying.
At what point has this got weird?
It got weird probably 3 seconds in.
Yeah, you're
About
right.
3.5.
Dude, chill, bro.
Listen,
Not
I'm
like that,
slammy,
though.
alright?
I'm
It's just
chill.
genetic.
Yeah. It's whatever. Oh my god.
Cigar.
All right, Carson. You go to school. I mean, we might as well introduce yourself while you're doing this.
Alright, well, so I'm Carson Bass. I go to University of North Florida in Jacksonville. I'm a finance major. I'm a junior.
Nice. And how is finance working out for you so far?
So, it was more of a whim choice. I was in biology for about a year. Couldn't get through, like, calculus.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I still had to take calculus. And then it was just business calculus. So, switched to finance. It runs in my family. We're Polish, slightly. Bankers.
Bankers.
I like the coins. I like
Is
the
that
shekels.
where bankers come from?
I just like the shekels.
What was Poland doing in World War?
It wasn't Poland. It was Russia.
I feel like you don't hear much about Poland these days.
Well, it's like pretty closed off to the rest of the world. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah. Someplace I'd like to visit.
I have no family there currently.
No. All gone.
All gone.
Yeah.
I left in like the 1930s. Maybe way earlier.
The good old days. You remember those
1914.
days?
It was like 1914.
We're just out here smoking cigars, dude. Just
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the exact year. But my great grandmother is 97 years old. She was born in New York. She was the first generation to be born in America, if I'm correct.
And you said that's your great
My
grandmother?
great grandmother, she's alive. I saw her yesterday.
Nice. How old is she these
She's
days?
97 years old.
Wow.
I'll be 98.
Dude, I'm serving right now, and I had a customer walk in last week, 99, and like literally was talking to me, was walking normally. I was like, this is insane. Like it's like by that, like age becomes like an achievement. Like you're leveling up. Because like now it doesn't matter, you know, it's not impressive to say your age. What do you think it gets impressive to say your age?
I would say 75. 75 years old, and if you're still cruising and you could say, hey, I'm 75, look at me, that's an achievement because a lot of people, that's when they start to deteriorate.
Yeah, you think so?
I think it depends though on like how they're doing, right? So if you're like 99 years old, but you're like can't move out of bed, that's different than if you're 99 walking around talking, laughing, doing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and if
It's
you're
like,
75 and you're sitting around laying on the TV compared to if you're running a marathon at 75,
there's
big difference. Big difference.
So Max,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
say the world is gone to zombies, right?
We just
switch
lost
up
it.
real quick.
We lost the world. We can't control it
We're
anymore.
hunkering down in this hangar.
Right now.
We can
Right
all
now.
choose to just strap up with knives, guns, ammo.
So here's the first question though. Like,
Okay. There's gonna be variables, so I'm ready for the question because
Let's
it's
discuss
normal
them.
for you to have questions.
Exactly.
And I'm
Like,
here to
here's
answer.
the first thing though.
Okay.
Like, how do you know you're in a zombie apocalypse, right? Like, we're sitting here having a podcast,
Okay.
and all of a sudden, what? Does a zombie run in? You know, he's
In
coming
this
to get us. We
scenario-
gotta start
All
killing
right.
him now.
Let me take this. So first of all, I think we're talking like Walking Dead zombies. You know,
Oh,
they're not like super energetic. You know, we're not taking you say no World War Z zombies.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're not climbing the.
They're not
the
climbing
towers,
stuff.
no.
They're they're barely alive. They're moving.
Here's
So
my question: why do some of them run and why some of them walk?
oh man,
Like,
the
what-
It
genetics.
just depends on like the writer of whoever's making that film. I
Yeah.
think.
No, but like in the same film. But anyway.
Yes.
You know.
Oh wait, they have runners in The Walking Dead?
I think so.
Yeah, there's definitely runners. I think so. Hey, fact check us. Are there any runner zombies in The
No.
Walking Dead?
Mason, you watched it, correct?
No.
None. Not a single one. Even the
I'm not. Oh, in the
the
very
opening
like,
scene.
beginning episodes, I'm pretty sure there are running zombies.
And in the
All
opening
the walking.
in the credits,
They just
there's
got
like
tired.
one running through like a cornfield. I'm pretty sure.
All right, whatever. All right,
Anyways,
you're
the
right. We
scenario
move
though.
on.
Let's
One
stick
runs
to the
in,
scenario here.
Yeah. So we're in here.
We know
Uh,
they're zombies.
We know there's zombies. We all meet up here. You know,
Oh, okay. We meeting up here. All right, so we're here.
we're
We're
here.
moving from here.
What do
Speaking
you
of
What do you
Mike-
think the best plan of action from here would be? Who's taking watch?
They're
You know.
coming from each side, each gate. I'll say.
Are we staying here?
Yeah, we have to hunker down.
Are you asking like who's gonna be on perimeter watch?
Yeah, who's gonna be on perimeter watch? How many zombies do you think
If
we
we're
can
voting,
take until
if
it
we're
gets
voting, my vote's for Kyle Rittenhouse.
Bro.
I don't know how much I have to vouch for that.
annoying? That's a good one.
It's kind of
He's
just obligatory.
He's
I'd,
shifty.
I'd rely on him. You know,
He's shifty.
seems like he knows what he's doing with a gun.
I mean,
Yeah, that is true.
I said like when you jam a gun and your charge handle doesn't fire back correctly, and you gotta know what to do. And in a situation when you're in self defense mode and you fall to the ground, you get hit over the head. I mean, that's a situation that lock anybody up. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, me included. I'd be in shock
And it's
almost.
like I don't care if you're like a rapist or anything. These zombies.
I mean, he didn't
deserve
even
to
know.
die.
He
These zombies-
didn't even know.
I don't care. I'd probably
No.
not. That probably wouldn't be my first
I'm
pick.
saying I don't care what the zombies did. They deserve to die.
Oh well, the
Oh.
zombies are a different
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
The zombies, he'll just shoot them.
Exactly. I'm thinking
It's
of
not
him in like a zombie situation. Like,
We're all in
he's
self
not
defense
even
mode at that
like
point.
luring. He's just shooting and killing.
Well, we gotta build like a watchtower for
Like
him.
what you probably want.
Yeah.
Get him in the tower
And
here.
so that's where the question
Yeah, the
comes. We got the
tower.
airplane.
We
We
do.
got the tower. That's a pretty good lookout point. You know,
That is good.
that would be a good
So we
spot.
need a couple people with rifles up there. Have to.
I'd imagine if that was to happen, the first thing would be like, how do you secure enough ammo? And the people that have that already, firearms and ammo, and a place like this,
Or do we go biggest plane we can find?
just leave.
Let's get out of
Let's
here.
just
Let's go to Bimini. Some small island. You know.
Here's a question for you. You know. So listen, down the street, right? You got this. These people. Everything you need. Right?
Everything.
Everything you need.
Just down the street?
Yeah, just down the street.
Okay.
You see them, right? They all just, the beginning of the apocalypse. They haven't really trained yet, right? So they just walk away. They go on a scavenging mission.
Okay.
You take all their stuff.
When do the morals drop? Yeah.
No, seriously, you have nothing. You need some stuff. You've been watching them for like a couple hours. They all leave.
It's okay,
You go
depending
in there
on
and
their
take all their
skill.
stuff.
I'd get what I need and I'd leave. And yeah.
I'd clan up with them, chill for about a week or two, and betray them all in the night.
Yeah. Who says these aren't nice? If they're nice people, I'd love to get to know them. You know.
I think you lose all niceties when in a zombie apocalypse.
I don't think so.
I think, dude. I mean, just look at what. No, I don't even want to bring up COVID.
Oh, man.
You don't want to bring up COVID? I'm down to bring up COVID. Why is that a sensitive
guys-
subject?
Do you remember when that like the first week when there was actually like, videos of like just random misinformation videos of people like in body bags like all over China and like they were like coming back to
that
life.
was ins-
And there was like a good week where no one knew what was happening. We all took it not seriously at all. And I was joking with my roommate at the time in the dorm, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. And he was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna go get a poncho from Walmart, duct tape, respirators, and we're gonna literally make a hazmat suit so we can survive this and that." We were joking about it.
Oh my god.
And then you see like people come out with
People are
PPE
doing
like a
that.
week later,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Okay, this is kind of stupid." And
Yeah.
then we were taken aback at that point.
But that's a scary point when a virus first breaks and it's like we
No
don't
idea.
know anything.
No
You know, why not put a suit on for a couple of days? You know, like I wouldn't judge somebody if it was during the beginning we had no information.
That is true.
Motherfucker looking like sandy cheeks out here with them astronaut shit on.
I kind of want to take a question out of the
Sandy
hat, low key.
Question out of the hat. Well, the hat's
It's
a
right-
bit away.
It's kind of far.
Hey, special guest, can you read out what the hat says?
You can sell 1 inch of your penis penis for $1 million. How much do you chop?
Okay, wait.
Alright, so you can sell 1 inch of your penis
Off the
for
top.
$1 million.
Off the top of my penis, from like the tip.
No,
Every
we're not
inch is a
cutting the
million?
tip. We're cutting the shaft, and they can, it looks like a
Imagine
normal.
It's perfectly fine, right?
Except an inch
it's fine,
shorter.
It just gets shorter.
Yeah.
Magically, it just shrinks.
It's like, at what point do you want to get if you're rid of your manhood? Like,
$1 million.
I'll sell half an inch. I'm good with that.
500K?
I feel comfortable with that.
I'd do that 500K real quick, ski.
I mean, you got 2 hands, so I mean, you're losing that inch, but you got another hand. Like, you could make up for it. And the $1 million, I mean, you can get that bitch a Louis bag. You can get her a Louis bag, bro. You can get her 10 Louis bags, and then the sex doesn't even matter at that point. Listen, I'm already 2 inches, so I'm 50% off. That's a lot, but $1 million. But shit, man.
I can literally get it bigger with $1 million. Huh? What was that?
Yeah, Tyrus,
I
like
don't know what that was.
you could take it right,
What's this?
and then you spend like half of it, and you just go and get it added back on.
Yeah, exactly. Like I build a bear or something.
Get the 500K, invest it in a zombie apocalypse car, and then I'm good to go. Now we have the whole equation solved.
What would be your zombie apocalypse car?
Oh,
Like, if it was a stock car, you don't have to put anything on it.
I'd get like a
I don't
Toyota.
know the name of it, but there's a car. It's like $250,000.
Oh, Resvani tank.
Is it look like
It looks like
a
an
Land
insane
Rover?
Jeep.
like an insane Jeep?
Yeah.
Like a little bit like
The
flat, yes.
Resvani tank. And I
It has,
saw
like-
one in Pompano the other day.
I saw one in Pompano a little while ago. Yeah, dude, crazy car. 800 horsepower.
Night vision glass,
Night vision glass.
bulletproof tires,
glass.
like everything.
Yeah, it's got HEPA filters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
crazy stuff.
What was it called?
Resvani is the brand. It's called the tank. I think it might be on the Jeep platform. I'm not sure if they did their own thing or what, but it's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
That's like a dream car right there.
I'm an island boy.
Island boy.
And
Speaking
I'm
of island
sorry,
boys,
Trude.
I mean,
I don't
fuck
know.
them, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
why did they get famous? You know
You know what
I
I
mean?
did realize though? Like, dude, I kind of feel bad for them, bro. Literally, do you see what happened to them at the UFC
They got
fight?
booed and they threw cups at him.
It's like, dude, aw, poor dudes. That must suck. I don't care how like big you are.
Yeah.
Everyone is just, oh.
Yeah, but you don't just automatically get a pass.
Like, why
to
do we
get
hate
famous.
them though? Like, why do
Exactly.
we hate them?
That we don't hate them. I don't like the image of like
Yeah.
no skill and no talent, and
Yeah.
then being like super famous. I think you should offer something.
The whole point that they got popular was we thought it was funny. We were laughing at them. No one was like, "This is some heat, dude."
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
a meme though. They're a meme now.
Well,
Like,
that
that's
was
how
the
they're
whole
big,
point.
Yeah.
But
That was-
memes only last so long.
Right. I mean, they can see that now. I mean, they got whole drinks thrown at them. Like that's
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. I
They're
feel bad.
still
I feel bad.
popping, dude, making tons of money.
You
They
think?
start doing
Like
live
revenue,
videos on- yeah.
like ad revenue.
Look up
At
their
the same
Look up
time,
the Island Boys' net worth. I bet they're making like millions.
I take that back. Memes die. So will these people. I don't agree. Like, look at Bad Baby. Look
Yeah,
at Catch
she's
Me
still relevant.
Outside. Like,
She's
you
still
kidding
relevant.
me? How is she still relevant? She had her own Snapchat story.
I think they're relevant if they
$500,000.
wanna be relevant, right?
Dang.
And also,
That's
there
still-
are running zombies in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
After,
And they're called
after
The
Googling, I'm
Walking-
correcting myself.
Walking Dead.
The Walking and Jogging Dead. Yeah, zombies. Yeah, grab a
Can you
brewski.
do the mic? Use this. Don't grab the mic.
This is a very unconventional podcast. We're
Just
chilling. Hey, we got cigars. We got some
Chilling.
non-alcoholic whiskey. We're vibing.
I could use some more non-alcoholic
Mason,
whiskey.
Mason, drop some knowledge on me right now.
Tyrus, can you grab
I can tell you a little bit about horology
Horology.
and about how clocks are used to control population.
Are we talking about clocks? That's kind of interesting. Are we talking about clocks or time?
Like clocks, like back in the colonial era when like Britain was like colonizing Africa and shit.
Okay.
Like clocks were used to kind of just like cement their grip in the people.
Real
Okay.
quick,
And
where'd
just
you
be like, hey.
learn this?
I recently picked it up.
Recently picked it up. New
Yeah,
interest
I got a
flip.
book
Yeah,
about
follow a little bit.
horology.
Keep going. So what you're saying that they cemented their grip?
Yeah. How does that work? Like how?
Like okay, well
Just in being able to control time? I don't know.
like they would build like these just giant like buildings, like giant clock towers
Oh, okay.
and shit, and like you would like look up and you would be like, wow, that's a clock, and like these people built it and shit. And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah. There's a lot of shit talking about it. Like in Rome, they brought the sundials,
Yeah.
and there's accounts of people saying that they missed the days when their only clock was their stomach, telling them
What?
like how to like live their days.
I would agree with that.
And now like their days are like managed through time.
Really.
How though?
Like it'd
What
be
if
like,
a
hey,
job?
you need to be up. Yeah, like a job.
When you have a job at 9 o'clock
Job,
and you say
yeah.
I'm not hungry till 10, so you wake up at 10, you're fired immediately.
Yeah.
How does that fix your life? You just
Well, before time, like nobody would keep time. Like they would just get their shit done.
Before clock.
before clocks.
Now think about it. You're sitting in class and you like look up at the clock and you're like, damn, I've only got oh shit, my bad guys.
Ridiculous.
And you're like, damn, I have X amount of hours until lunch. I'm so hungry. And you're always
You eat
you're
lunch
always
at the same
counting
time?
down the
You eat
time.
lunch at the same time every day?
No, hell no.
When you
I barely have any conception of time right now.
Yeah. Dude, I same.
How
Yeah.
many people eat 3 meals a day?
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
I used to when I was
Look
younger.
that up.
When
Look
I
that
was
up.
younger, I used to eat 3 meals, like in high school, all this stuff.
Yeah, you're
Three meals
raised on
every
3 meals a day, and then
Now-
at some point it drops to 2 or one
It's
and a
like
half.
a huge
Or
intermittent fast.
Yeah.
You eat a ton at dinner.
yeah, yeah. It's like 1 a.m. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry right now.
It's gonna be
It
a
gets
low
to like
number.
7 p.m. and I'm like, wow, I haven't eaten anything today, and then I'll eat like 3 meals worth of food.
Yeah.
64% of people in the U.S. report consuming 3 meals per day.
Okay, and let's say 10% are lying. I would kind of say that. So
what's
let's.
the margin of error on that?
Yeah.
Study? You can't just say it's 10%.
I'm calling
Let's
it.
just say
I'm
it's
calling. Let's
That's
just
about
put 10%.
I think that's about
I think
right.
about 10% of 60% of the population would
But,
lie.
like, I ate 3 meals within 10 minutes of each other at dinner time.
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Like I ate my grapes first, and then went to yeah. Favorite Christmas song? Any favorites out there?
What's
Baby,
that?
it's cold outside.
Yeah,
Baby,
that's
it's
the
close.
rapey one, right? Is
It's
it?
literally
I-
Yes.
It's so is it?
I like the one about the hippos, that's all I'm saying.
But what?
The one
Wait,
that,
whoa.
Can you give me a hippo for Christmas or whatever?
What?
All I want. It's
It's
hippopotamus
a
hippopotamus for Christmas. Something like
There
yeah.
you
That's a
go.
great one.
Never heard
Haven't
that.
heard that one in a minute.
I've never heard that one.
Really?
I've never heard that either.
No.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
May put it in the background or something.
Yeah, bro, that's
New
a
intro
good
song. Yeah. Favorite Christmas tradition? Do we have any?
This is a Christmas episode, by the way.
We gotta put
We
a
have
little.
to title it Merry Christmas.
We gotta. Yeah.
Let's get festive.
Let's get a little festive. Any traditions that we enjoy?
You got a ho 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 on that
Mason,
soundboard?
can you do like a
Right.
I'll do it.
what's it called? Uncopyrighted, just like Christmas jingle, and put it very, very low in the background for a little bit.
Yeah, YouTube
When I was,
MP3.
like just pulling up.
Are you
Perfect.
serious?
He's on it. Jamie's
Oh my
on it
God.
today.
Jamie. No, dude, Mason. It's Mason. So,
Cigar's nice.
Christmas
So
traditions. Have you ever
Right,
had
Tom.
eggnog?
Eggnog. I'm not a fan of eggnog. I mean, it's not
Eggnog.
horrible.
Little
Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
That's
All right,
perfect.
ho, 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 ho. Welcome
Yeah.
back to Hanger Slang. This is our Christmas episode.
Yeah,
We have
just
a
starting
lot
now.
planned for you today. We're gonna put a waffle in front of there, and we're all gonna. So that's gonna be fun.
Talk about Christmas
Ho, ho,
traditions.
ho.
Yeah. No, it's got to be an eggnog. Or is it eggnog?
It's cum nog now.
You know in China, like a common like traditional Christmas meal is KFC.
Really?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
You know what's another interesting thing?
What's another
What?
interesting?
Because you know how like you make eggnog or milk and cookies or whatever. Some people do that. They leave them out for Santa. or
For
whatever.
Santa. Yeah, my mom was making them tonight for
Yeah,
Santa.
Exactly, for Santa. And then like someone eats them, whoever it is. But what if you just made some like really strong edibles and didn't tell anyone?
And Santa got high.
Whoever
Just
Santa
put
is,
'em on-
we're
whoever
catching
Santa
him.
is like high as fuck.
He's done delivering presents after
He's
that.
gonna be on your couch for the next 12 hours.
You're gonna wake up like none of the gifts.
Couch slug. When do you think you realized that Santa wasn't real?
I never grew up knowing he was real.
Really?
My parents just told me that he
I
wasn't.
got a pretty interesting story about when I realized Santa wasn't real.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was Easter, right?
Easter's?
Yeah, it was Easter.
It was Easter's?
Yeah, and I put out like I was an interesting kid.
What?
I was an interesting kid. I'll admit it. I
Yeah.
put out a big like rope, right, like a noose, like you use to catch like animals. and I put it out in the middle of my house.
Okay.
And
An animal trap.
Get closer to the mic.
And my dad went into it. He got caught. He fell on the ground. Yelled in the middle.
Shut
of the
up.
night.
I do not believe that for a second.
I promise it happened. I was
I don't
like,
know.
I
Max did say he was
11
gonna
years
go
old or
find some
whatever like
treasure when we
So
were.
anyway, so I went out, and then it was a whole big thing. The next day, I'm like, Dad, why'd you get caught by the Easter Bunny trap? And he goes, I learned he wasn't the Easter Bunny first, and then later on.
Same thing happened with Santa.
No, not the same thing happened. Well, I realized the same day. I was like, wow,
You're just a good
Tooth
investigator.
Fairy, Santa.
You're a good
It's all gone at the
investigator.
same
How
day.
my life is a lie.
It was
My
a lie.
life is a lie. Yeah. Tooth
Easter Bunny.
Fairy,
Is it Easter Bunny a boy or girl?
The Easter Bunny is Jesus.
I think the Easter Bunny is genderless.
Non-binary bunny.
Yeah,
A non-binary bunny.
Yeah.
It's
The
actually Jesus.
NBB. The NBB.
MBB. Okay.
Non-binary bunny. Anyways,
I'm loving the Christmas tunes in the
Me
background.
too.
It really sets the
The
tone.
cigar is nice with it. If I had like a cube block of whiskey, it'd be so, and like a girl in a dress just like hanging there upside down. That would be super dope. No.
I was looking at you for a second, like, okay.
That would be cool.
Oh, in Austria, a tradition they do is they have like an evil counterpart to Saint Nicholas, which is like Santa. It's called it's something like Krampus.
Krampus.
Yeah,
Krampus.
and it's
Good
like
movie.
it's like a devil that
Krampus.
that just walks around the streets.
Yeah.
But it's like a happy-go-lucky devil in their
Huh?
parades. I think it's like obviously it's like the naughty side of the Christmas, but he's like obviously he comes around.
Don't be bad.
Yeah, he kind of gives you some coal or something.
Yeah.
So, he's not gonna
So
send you to
silly.
prison or rape you or
Naughty.
something. It might diddle you a little bit, but
You
that's
guys,
only if you're a really cute little cat.
you guys ever do a white elephant for Christmas?
White elephant.
I did that like an hour, 2 hours
Define
ago.
that.
Wait, what's the
Family.
difference between white elephant and Secret Santa? Is
Secret
there-
Santa's when you each get a person to give a gift to. White
Okay.
Elephant is everyone brings a gift and they all get a number, and whatever number you are, you get to
You
go
pick
a
the gift,
And then you have an
okay.
option to steal a gift.
Or switch? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
more fun.
That is way
Only
better.
one person gets the good gift.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the last
one
person.
good gift.
The last
Yeah.
person is like the best.
I
one.
purposely
Or does
bring bad gifts so that someone who does bring
Yeah.
a good gift, it's worth stealing and making drama over it.
Yeah, it's all
This is at
holiday
work.
fun. Oh, cheers.
Do you put a price limit on your white elephants?
We did $25 this year.
Yeah, that's a fair amount. Don't know if I'd be comfortable spending. Well, who was it with?
25.
Your family?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Okay. Yeah, that's
What?
chill.
That's nothing, dude. That's like most all my
I
buddies
gotta-
that work at like restaurants and whatnot. Theirs was like $15 max.
That was mine
Yeah.
for a restaurant. Yeah,
I ended up getting a heating pad and like a neck roller,
nice. Rollers.
but there was
I
like
got
a,
into rollers.
He's
He's
recently.
got a cool rolling tray. I mean, he likes to roll.
oh yeah,
It's just uncomfortable when you roll on
like a
it.
nice rolling tray.
Yeah.
It was funnier when you did it
Yeah,
earlier.
it's way better.
Just don't even try.
That'd be better for like a vlog.
Yeah. Save it for a bit.
Full time. Holy
so
shit.
jolly.
I know the Charlie music still. We gotta keep Christmas going.
I know.
We gotta
I'm
keep
trying to
Christmas
just remain
going.
Christmas.
What else do we want to talk about Christmas? Why red, green, and blue?
Good question.
Why
Look that up.
why RGB?
That RGB.
Gosh.
Well, Mason's looking that up. Real or fake Christmas tree?
Real.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Real.
I need to smell
It's gotta
something.
be a real
Real.
Christmas tree
And that's the
thing.
only thing keeping the
Alright,
species
I
of
guess- alright, I guess
green
that's-
alive is the Christmas tradition.
They're pretty baller trees.
I mean, if you got a small house, I mean, it's the only thing you can fit as a fake tree sometimes. It's easier. If you're in an apartment or something, I get it.
Trees.
Day after Thanksgiving, a tree up in
right. I
right.
guess right. No excuses. There are small trees.
You think Kyle Rittenhouse has a fake or real tree?
Who?
Kyle Rittenhouse. You think he has a fake or real tree?
He's got a real tree.
Yeah, he's totally got a real tree.
He's packing real ammo, so
Do you think he's getting like mad chicks right now on his Instagram? Do you think like he's getting just?
I don't know. He's got that chubby cute, you know.
He's getting
Yeah.
mad.
I want to just squeeze his cheeks. And
There's
just go, oh
probably
my
like these
god,
young
yeah.
conservative girls are probably just slingshotting themselves at him.
He's right. He's right.
Okay.
I mean, don't take the advice of Kyle.
He's
Rittenhouse.
also probably getting death threats left and right. Don't get me wrong.
He's probably not the most liked man right now. Believe it or not.
Juicy Smollett. You guys heard about that guy?
Juicy Smollett.
Jesse
Oh,
Smollett.
sorry, Jussie Smollett. Right.
Smollett. Yeah, didn't he just didn't that trial just end?
I think it's 4 of the 5 charges he was found guilty of.
Yeah,
Was
he's
found
going to
of,
jail.
of setting up his own hate crime type
Correct.
of thing.
Yeah, it's a fake police report, and this was 4 charges. I mean, Mason can look them up. That'd be nice. Yeah, 4 of the 5 charges found guilty, and he's not been sentenced yet. So, to be honest, he could get away with probation.
Got beat up, right?
He,
Like,
he
beat up.
paid 2 Africans to beat him up and say that they are white
He's
supremacist
gay,
MAGA.
right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
think the best punishment for him is just you can only be straight from here on out.
Stop, dude.
no. Well, so it's his first felony. It's his first felony charge.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them, but it's a felony charge. It's his first one. He can get off with probation.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, he
I
only,
wouldn't put it past him.
yeah.
But I mean,
That was
obviously,
a big news thing, though. That was a big news thing.
and it took a while for that trial to finally actually happen. But I mean, if you watch the CNN interview, it starts crying, and it's similar to the Alec Baldwin interview.
Look at the Alec Baldwin interview.
Alec Baldwin interview was extremely hard to watch.
It just
Um,
it just seems
they-
so
They
dramatized.
put music over
I
it.
didn't like it. Like, it seemed fake.
Yeah.
Didn't seem real.
And when we first watched the Jussie Smollett thing, whatever, Smollett, most people believed him. And it was
Yeah.
dramatic, but he's an actor. And so is Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin. But when they put the music over Alec Baldwin's testimonial,
That's weird.
that makes it so dramatized and just I don't even care. I don't want to believe that. And,
Mhm.
and if you're that inept with a firearm, how do you end up
Yeah.
doing that with the firearm? How does that even get onto the set?
Yeah.
Let alone
Yeah,
give it
first
to
of
somebody
all,
who's inept.
not protocol. Any gun safety is you don't point it
At anybody
anyone.
ever, even if it's a
Or-
fake gun.
yeah.
Airsoft doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does not matter. You don't point at them unless you're ready to fire and you're playing a game. If you're playing
Yeah.
with airsoft, and even if you point at somebody with your finger off the trigger, that's still terrifying. You
Yeah.
do not point the gun at anybody.
Yeah.
And then, at the same time, how do you blame him if the prop guy,
Yeah.
is
Who
taking-
gets charged?
who gets charged?
Who gets charged? Because someone has to get charged.
I
The
heard
evidence is not out yet.
the prop person or whatever went shooting with that gun a couple days prior.
If it's an actual firearm and they just put blanks in it, clearly, I mean,
there was in one round.
Everyone should be charged for that. I
there's
mean,
a
that
few-
shouldn't be a
few
thing.
people.
That
And I
shouldn't
don't-
be
I
a
don't
thing.
think Alec-
I think they should have a rule where it's water under the bridge, and whoever's family was harmed should have to be compensated by someone.
But at the end of the day,
By
it's
the movie
someone's
company.
ignorance. It's someone's ignorance that caused that.
He should not have done that. That's a fact.
We should
Yeah.
just start
Should
having
have pulled the trigger.
generational
We don't
punishments.
even know. We don't
Yeah, we
actually
don't know.
know.
We don't know
that happened
anything.
yet. We're waiting for that for trial.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's going to be a trial. There's an investigation going on right now, and there might be charges pressed.
The gun itself
not.
is under
We don't
trial too.
I didn't like how Alec Baldwin. I mean, of course he has to say it, but I mean,
What do you expect?
You can't. He's got to say it, but for him to say I don't feel like there's going to be any responsibility on me. You know.
Right. No, he obviously took that statement and ran with it being, "I'm not responsible for
Yeah,
this," but
yeah.
then immediately cried.
Yeah.
So I mean, take it as you want, and we should wait for the evidence to come out.
Freaking Baldwin.
Hey,
You
I have
know
a
he had.
question.
Yeah. What's up?
You guys ever wonder why the Christmas colors are red and green?
Red, green.
Just
Yeah.
wondering that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just thinking that the other
Well,
day.
do I have an answer for you?
Okay.
The Celtic people used to wear them to celebrate the winter solstice because the
What?
green signified the earth coming back to life
Oh,
in the dead
okay.
of winter.
Okay.
Ah.
Very nice. Then
You
too.
guys have hair in your crack?
We talk about that last episode.
I actually
actually.
just
Yeah, I know,
shaved
I know, I know.
2 days ago. I did it.
Oh yeah, with the mirror or just freehand?
So tell them how you do it. Tell them how you do
The
it.
mirror, I can
I
do freehand.
usually have
It's a
to
whole
put
process.
contacts in first because
Gotta do
Please
contacts.
because if you put it in your head between your legs and looking in the mirror, your glasses fall off. So what I do is, but this time I only had glasses, so then I just said,
for real.
screw it. I put my head between my legs and looked in the mirror and just I have a manscape thing so it doesn't cut
Ceramic.
it doesn't cut any of
Ceramically.
your body. It's only the hair. All right, guys, welcome back to Hanger
The
Slang.
#1 podcast in an airplane hangar. We coming at you live.
That's right. All right. Today we got Orson Bass, Max Hume. We got Mason on the sound.
Got everyone.
We're all gonna call someone and do a. Oh, should we do a prank call real
Should we
quick?
do a prank call?
Like some
You think you
lady-
can pull off a prank call live right now?
I think we can do a prank call.
Okay.
Who's winning the fight,
Okay.
between 100 trillion lions
Oh my
and the
god.
sun, bro.
For the sun. Yeah, the Lions take that. They got to.
A lot of fucking lions, dude.
That's a lot, 100 trillion.
Yeah, we
That's
upped the
100
amount.
trillion lions.
We upped the amount.
Just running, they're sprinting as fast as they can towards the sun.
Yeah, you said 1 trillion first, now 100 trillion.
100
Yeah.
trillion, bro.
I mean, let's not look at the fact of how they couldn't sprint and would instantly die and would splatter all over the place everywhere. But besides that, yeah, if they could form a group,
They could talk about it first, like converse and maybe
Yeah.
strategize.
They create their own rocket.
Right.
So now we have 100 trillion lions.
Wasn't that in like Madagascar or something?
How about this? How about this?
I wish.
What's the best way to approach a woman at the bar?
I'm hard.
You walk up to her and you go,
Just like that. Does that work?
you go, baby, let me buy you a drink. And
Okay.
it
So
works.
I would
10
agree.
times out of 10.
Offering a drink
How
up
about-
front is that the way to go?
10 out of 10 times I walk up with the lion joke.
That's how you know where they're at. You know, if they can comprehend the joke, then they're worthy to buy a drink. You know, answer it right, I'll buy you a drink. Then they answer and you just leave. Hmm.
Anyways, I was just wondering, are we gonna go camping Sunday?
Yeah, let's talk about camping. Who invented camping?
Fucking Adam and Eve.
Sir Isaac Newton, actually. But close.
Nah, dude. Isaac Newton was on quarantine.
No, you
know
wanna
that
know
shit
who
wasn't
invented
camping anyway.
camping? Kyle, right now.
Kobe.
I mean, he was running, okay? He wasn't camping.
You know,
If anything, he quick scoped the guy.
He did quick scope him.
I could see a lot of COD hours. He's like prestige 4 by
I
now.
bet he can get to around 100 on zombies any map.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was elusive. He's elusive.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, his AR was pack-a-punched, I think.
Yeah.
Hanger slang word of the week. We're not making up this word. This is a real word. Quaff.
Quaff.
Quaff. Max, you know what quaff is?
We were just talking about it earlier.
Really? Were we?
Yeah.
Okay. What's quaff?
I already forgot.
I did already forget, you know, I'm not ashamed to say.
I don't think you were even listening when we were talking about it.
He's never listening. That's
Our
Max.
special guest that was here earlier, he explained it.
Max.
No.
Actually, I do. Hold on. Quaff is to heartily enjoy alcoholic beverages.
Heartily.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be content in this world if you just lived outdoors for the rest of your life? No technology?
Can I, with no house, I just,
No, you-
I have to live outdoors?
No. You can build whatever you want to
When
build.
I'm done, I just sleep under the tree?
No, you can build whatever
You
you
can
want
build
to
a
build.
cabin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I can't have what?
Let's say electronic technology.
I can have metal, can I have titanium?
Oh my gosh.
We gotta
I'm
go
a
there.
new shop.
A couple tools
Okay, so
and
whatever
what you can
whatever
build.
I can make.
You think you would enjoy a lifestyle like that, or would you?
I'd enjoy it. Honestly, no. By myself, no. I think it'd be a lot. I think if it was like me and a group of like 10 people, I'd need about 10 people so we could build an actual civilization.
I wouldn't even
There's a
say
lot
for the
of work
building,
to
for
do.
the
I'm just saying,
socializing.
for the socializing, you're right. Honestly, no. I wouldn't want to live in a group of only 10 guys.
Yeah.
That was not something personally I would like to
Well,
do.
let's say we got 5 guys, 5 girls.
It's still too small.
I think it'd be worse 5 guys, 5
I'm
girls
sorry?
to fight over them.
I could do like
You got matches.
I could do like 80 people. You know, like 80 people total. I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
Maybe like 50.
But I think that's about reasonable. Yeah, I think that's where I'd
Out
be
of
at.
us 4, I mean, who would be the leader? Like, who would take control and like initiative?
I don't think we would need a leadership.
Like a council, Congress.
Yeah, a council.
Like Congress, that shit.
Exactly.
I'll be the Speaker of the House, though.
Oh, I would love to do that though. For some reason.
Well, I would love to do a mock survival scenario. Obviously, it's kind of cringe. Like, we're role playing, we're LARPing a little bit, but like, listen, we don't have to tell the girls. We could just do it. Like, don't record it or nothing. Like, we'll just remember it.
I'm honestly down because I love playing.
Yeah, LARPing's fun. I mean, as long as it's like something cool, like, you know, if we're out in the wilderness, we give ourselves a certain amount of supplies. I don't know.
Why would
Some
we need to
survival.
LARP
I
though?
want a live action roleplay, dude.
Well, it's
I want
almost
to.
LARPing.
You guys trying to
Almost.
LARP?
If
Let's
we can
LARP
find
later.
a castle to do that with,
Why do we need a castle?
You could
Because
just use
it's so
paintball
cool.
or airsoft or something. That's kind of fun. LARP.
that is. Let's do like those mini paint gun
I'm gonna
pistols.
chase some money.
Renaissance Fair's coming up.
Let's go there.
Should we all go?
I'm
should.
going,
Yo,
dude.
I'm
I'm
so
dressing
wanna
up
go,
and I'm
100%.
going.
You can do an interview. You can interview people there. Set up a
Yeah.
trifold.
I want to interview the guy with the bird who just has the bird on his shoulder and he takes off and brings him back of water or something.
Get some turkey legs.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a good deal. That'd be a great deal.
Do you guys think there's any benefit to like just like genuinely though, just going out to the woods? Like, I'm gonna do a year.
Yeah.
Like, you think like I don't know, that's something that's something I want to do. Just,
Major benefits.
Like just go out by yourself for 1 year.
Yeah.
You cannot come back.
The amount of alignment you'd have with yourself is insane.
You know.
Is insane. the recentering you would get.
I think if everyone just like really went out and did, I think we'd be in a very different place.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone,
If everyone was required
quiet,
that,
but
yeah.
had the strength to like go out there. Some died.
for a year,
you
yeah.
know, but
yeah.
For a long fucking time. It was the most expensive FBI investigation of all time.
Yeah. What's it really?
It was like $1 billion or something.
Wow.
You could fact check me on that, Mason. The Ted Kaczynski FBI investigation.
If it fits, it should.
And the only way they could really get to Ted's name, Ted Kaczynski as the actual cause of these bombs, was vernacular evidence. So the way he wrote,
Yeah. Yeah.
literally
That's
his
right.
English,
That's
his
right.
literature, his rhetoric,
That's
and
the
that's
question. Like, why would he write? Like, you know, what I mean, he went to all these lengths and just like.
well, because he was a genius. Technically, I mean, he was a genius in school, so he had a PhD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he should have typed them.
Should have typed them. Should have typed
How much
them.
did you say?
Should have posted on Twitter. It was like $1 billion,
They said 50 million.
50 million. I was way off.
Close enough, you know.
That's still a shit ton of money for one
the
investigation.
only aliens.
Yeah.
I say $1 billion when I don't know the number.
Yeah.
A lot.
Billion.
Now, $50 million on one investigation. I wonder if there. It is the most expensive FBI investigation, correct?
I haven't found that.
Oh.
Saying though that it was pure luck that he got
Yes.
caught.
Almost pure luck, and like one dude is attributed to really like holding down that evidence. And you can watch the documentary on Netflix. It's embellished and
I've seen it.
exaggerated, but the ending,
Unabomber.
it's called the
Yeah.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
That was an amazing series, and the
Yeah.
way it ended left you perfectly set up to understand like the moral dilemma behind Ted Kaczynski, the societal problem that caused that MK Ultra, all that garbage of conspiracy. It happened, and it evidently created this beast of a man who murdered a bunch of people, like
Yeah.
50 people.
They had the same series, the same people who did the Unabomber. They did the Olympic Games bombing.
Was that in Russia?
Nope, that was here in
Atlanta.
Atlanta. And
Oh, yeah, a while
that
ago.
guy was another one that really stirred up a lot of stuff. You know, I think he went to like it was like the suburbs of like the middle of nowhere in like was it South Carolina, somewhere like
I
that.
actually am not too versed on this.
And like he set it up to where he was the good guy. These people are coming and chasing me, and he got the whole town to back him up. All these crews of people with battalions, whatever you want to call them. What's the
Militia.
militia, and pretty much got them to fight for him, which is pretty interesting. While he's hiding in the woods for a week.
That's what they did.
That's the crazy thing, right? So it's like you got them to fight for them, but no, but you go all the way up to like it's all manipulation of in perspective. I mean,
yeah.
you go all the way up to Hitler, bro. I mean,
I was
he
gonna say
convinced
the same
an entire country
Yeah,
to go to World
I mean
War
he's
II
the king
for
of
him.
it. He's the king
I
of
mean,
it.
you know what I mean? Like
What a leader.
That was I was just about to say that. Like in Nazi Germany, it wasn't just the army like turning against like this entire population of people. It was the entire German race that thought they really needed to do this because they were convinced. They were convinced, and that was really what got Hitler to power because they voted him fucking in.
Yeah.
They voted his ass in because he was telling them what they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
that's the crazy part.
Here's my opinion. I might be like crazy, but I don't think he was a great guy. I don't think he
Well,
was.
no,
Okay, bro.
I
He's
think
not-
he did some pretty.
Yeah,
ass
obviously,
stuff.
he's not a great guy. He's a horrible person.
Yeah.
But the fact that people don't, that's the thing people don't realize. Like, people don't realize that, like, oh, they, like, how could the Germans do all this stuff? They were horrible people. But, like, the crazy part is like, those individuals, no one ever does that things thinking they're wrong. They always think they're on the right side. The Germans thought they had just gone in their country. I mean, their country had gone into bankruptcy. The inflation was crazy. The amount of money it took to go and get some bread.
Yeah.
Literally in wheelbarrows. Like, all their money to be able to afford the smallest things. Like, it was crazy. And no one thinks they're the...
That's crazy.
No one
Like the
thinks they're-
Nazis did not like that happened
Yeah.
not too long ago. Like the Nazis.
Oh,
That
this
was
was 40 years ago, bro. 100 years ago, there
Yeah,
was
what?
slaves in America.
It
Like,
wasn't 40 years ago. And 100 years ago, there was no slaves. It was
okay, you're right.
about 100, about 80. No, it was actually more.
Well, there
80
were-
years ago.
World War II was like
80 years ago.
7.
80 years ago. 1940.
Settle
It's
down.
2021. It was 40 years ago. And
that's one.
slavery
That's
ended
one
in like
person ago.
the 1800s.
That's one person ago.
In
1800.
It really ended in like 1930.
No.
Yes.
False.
1930.
False.
Are we talking
Jim
Jim
Crow
Crow?
laws are not slavery. False. Emancipation Proclamation was the start.
Was
few
the
years
start?
later,
Was the start?
And what really was the beginning of civil rights was when the amendment for all people to vote, including black males, and women couldn't, obviously, but
Yeah.
black males could vote with that amendment.
But
It was
what
in the
year did Jim
14th
Crow
Amendment?
end? Was it
It's in the-
abolished?
50s.
Yeah.
60s.
What I'll say is the knowledge of slaves knowing that what was happening to them was illegal ended in the 30s. There were still slaves up until the 30s that thought it was legal to own slaves and they were just doing their job. After that, there's still slavery today. However, they know that they're being enslaved.
There's more slavery today than there ever was.
Okay, that makes more sense. What he meant to say is slavery was illegal, but there might have been slaves still in. I don't want to say employment because it's obviously not a job.
Yeah.
It's forced labor.
Working.
But that's what he means. Is there were still slaves necessarily, and there's still slaves today. I mean,
There's more slaves today than there ever was, actually.
And
Let's talk
that's
about
probably true.
Foxconn. Let's talk about Apple's building.
Right.
Foxconn.
Pretty close to slavery right
Yeah.
there.
I mean, you know how those kids like mine cobalt for batteries, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, that's the only way for us to get it is to buy it from these ridiculously immoral industries in Africa, and it's not anything that we can really. I mean, well, there are some things that some corporations can do about it because they're the ones choosing to source their products from there.
Yeah.
And ethical sourcing is difficult. It's extremely difficult. No matter what you do, you always end up with like some unethical sources.
I have a question. Can you define an indentured servant for me?
An indentured servant is somebody who makes a contractual obligation to be a servant, and that's the definition of the Bible.
An indentured, exactly. And to do what? Work for money, basically.
It depends. It's contractual.
An indentured, it's contractual.
So, like, at the end of their
but
lifetime, they
indentured,
get money
but
and stuff?
indentured servants all throughout the Bible and all throughout most of slavery, like up until recent slavery, is indentured servants. I mean, that's what.
It
That's
depends.
what
I mean,
it was.
it depends on the industry. The idea that there was slavery. I mean, there's still slavery. The idea is indentured servants we don't do necessarily anymore because you don't need to be in service to a specific family anymore. necessarily.
Would this
But-
technically would that be like a butler
You
today,
did
but
that
they're getting
shit.
paid?
Yeah.
It's any job that anyone works. Living in a society where the people on the top can print
No.
money immediately, and then everyone works for money that can instantly be printed out. I mean, how is that?
Well,
not
I agree, but I agree on the inflation of money. I mean, just allowing people to print money. The Federal Reserve is a different topic. Federal Reserve, that's
Much different topic.
huge topic we can go into. There's a massive plethora of conspiracy behind that.
Why is money green?
That's a good question. Why is it green?
Yeah, that
Because
is
of the
true.
Celts, man.
Probably. Probably somewhere in the United Kingdom. Some weird shit from there. Where were we? Where
You
were
think in our lifetime we'll have no more paper?
we? No.
No?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's too cheap. It's too easy. Hemp products specifically it's so efficient. It's so damn efficient. And like
More efficient than online?
well, there's things online that necessarily you can't do paper. You can't hand out brochures online. I mean, you can.
Yeah, there's online
It's not the
brochures.
same as being handed something.
When you say paper, are you talking about money or
I'm talking about money.
paper in general?
I'm talking about money.
Okay, so here's another
Paper
question.
as money.
So I think money, as in paper money, will still be around in our lifetime. However, I think that we'll leave the
Traditional banking system.
traditional banking system
I
in our
agree.
generation.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be debit cards, credit cards along those lines. I think it'll all be backed by some kind of
Crypto.
I hate to say cryptocurrency because it's going to be so more advanced than what we know of a cryptocurrency by the time that we're talking about. But some kind of algorithmic
Based.
based source of money,
Decentralized.
decentralized source of money.
I think there's some woo behind the idea of decentralized marketing. Not marketing, but decentralized markets. The woo behind it is it's decentralized, therefore the regulation comes from all bodies in governance.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the catch.
It's not a good thing.
Who's in governance?
Yeah.
So the decentralization of it is it's semantics almost because necessarily if you own a big portion of a specific coin or currency,
Either that or that's the way that government leaves.
You need
know?
to own over 50% of it for that to become an issue.
Well,
100%.
He's right. But like I said, there's some woo behind it. I mean, there's plenty of tokens nowadays that are Ethereum based that are just bullshit. just bullshit tokens, and they're made to make money. They are a scam. It's the same thing as NFT. It's a pyramid scheme.
And that'll all run out by the time we
Right,
get into
right.
real.
And well, we already have them. We have the top 10. We have Bitcoin, we got Ethereum, and everything that's still popping off, it's either Ethereum based or it's not. Like, there's really nothing that's not Ethereum based.
So do you think Bitcoin will make it?
I think it's already made it.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's already made it. I think to be honest, there is a you can check like on the amount of money in foreign exchange market currently is over $7 trillion.
The long term.
Right, but in crypto alone, there's $1 trillion in the total volume of the market. So it's 1/7 of the total foreign exchange community. The
Yeah.
entire market, 1/7. Meaning,
And is it growing?
it is growing. It's exponentially growing. And the idea is right now it's a seller's market. So you don't want to buy a house right now. You don't want to, unless you obviously are an investor and can afford that kind of stuff. So in a seller's market, people are starting to liquidate their assets and put them into things that are non-physical.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, what about the whole mining versus stake thing? Like, for instance, no.
I was so close.
No, but seriously, on Bitcoin, it's the only currency.
Fucking bit my coin.
The
Your
only
car,
currency
bro.
because it's the first currency to run off of, like, for instance, like a marathon or like a race kind of thing, where if people mine and whoever's the first one to get there gets the mining reward instead of every other currency who's stake based where they pull from the lottery.
All right, we'll finish this with this. I think you're right. There's valid concerns with the longevity of these assets. Valid concerns with the longevity of these assets, and it's very easy to liquidate them and destroy the asset itself. So you're right. There's very valid reasons to say the cryptocurrency is
Mace.
strange.
Yay.
Listen, if you had a choice, live on Earth or terraform Mars,
Terraform Mars.
why?
No, I wouldn't. I live on Earth.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Mars 100%.
Okay, well, imagine, let's say rhetorically, or metaphorically, rhetorically, whatever. There's a new constitution. It's the entire globe of Mars, and it's one governed.
What if it's a better government?
Well, then that's another question.
You know.
If it's a better
Chancellor
government,
Elon.
let's say it is. Let's say it's a better government. You have more rights.
I just don't think Mars is nearly as beautiful as here.
It's not, and it's gonna be a long time. I think what's gonna probably happen is they're gonna use they're gonna send over like an AI to use robots to basically build and transport and manufacture and mine and build and create
Infrastructure there,
infrastructure, entire civilization. It'll take about.
but you
30,
gotta
40
create.
years.
But there will be no nature.
Once that happens, they're gonna send people over, and it's gonna either be all underground or it's gonna all be building wise. I would always. I mean, listen. I'm 100% want to be a part of the mining and building of doing that. I believe that I will, but at the same time, no. I'm living on Earth. But
Yeah.
in my lifetime, unless I'm living to 400 or 500 years old.
2026.
What's going on in 2026, Mason?
That's when Elon says that SpaceX can put humans on Mars. He says he's highly confident in it. Are we hopping on the first flight to Mars or what?
Maybe not the first.
Not the first, you
Not the
know.
first, no.
Give me a couple thousand.
27, I'll be there.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for the first Netflix docu-series on it.
Yeah.
And then
To see if there's like life in.
Right, I mean, it's
just
obviously gonna be
hiding in the
shit.
core.
And they're gonna add like way too many left-leaning things like, oh, here's a black gay character and he's on Mars now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but it might be accurate in plot sense. The characters might not be, but
I mean, if Obama was.
It might actually be-
Him.
what?
If
You
Obama
don't think
was
a-
gay, they could send him first.
You don't think a black gay person
No, I
could
think
go to Mars?
I think actually in canonical sense, it would honestly make sense. Like
Wait, there
the first,
could be gay people that are black?
So I got a question. I'm curious to hear from not
How?
just you guys.
But
like,
think about
people
that. How could that
the comments
possibly
and
be
everything,
racist
you
or
know?
homophobic? Just
Like,
saying. I'm just saying. Think about it. Tell me how that's racist or homophobic, and then I'll say sorry.
And link it down in the comments, and then turn around, pull your pants down.
And kiss my ass. Sorry.
Okay, so continue.
So like, you know how we're talking about the whole Mars thing and
Yep.
being able to go to different places, all this different stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever get to a place where we're on a planet with such a higher gravity that we're actually living at different time speeds?
You're as strong as your surroundings.
He means relativistically, like if you were to, if if you were to be near a black hole to where you are accelerating space-time fast enough like Interstellar, what you're saying is space-time dilation, where you are experiencing time at a faster rate than other people on Earth.
Yeah, you have a different time.
If you were to go to a planet with much higher density and you were able to somehow not be crushed, you could live at a rate that was, for instance, 1,000 years would go by here, where it would be like one day there. And then we start getting into a dilemma of, well, I just developed 1,000 years worth of technology and it's only been a day for someone else.
Yeah.
I could be like, dang, girl, I just lasted 6 years.
But then how long does it take to bring that technology here?
That becomes the whole
That's
point.
the Einstein.
That's the whole point of, like, you start talking about, like, different civilizations and different stuff.
We should make a movie about this.
Once you can start develop, once people, like, once intelligent life, whether it's us or not, can start manipulating time, you start doing things like, well, 1,000,000 years went by and it's only been a day for a different civilization, and people start living in completely different stratospheres of technology.
Yeah. There's only a point of I think technology stops at a point.
How can you say that?
Cause
Really, seriously, how can you say that?
yeah,
I mean, evidently, it's either does or doesn't.
yeah,
I think it's a dichotomy.
yeah, and yeah, like I could say I have no idea. You know,
There is a
that's the
limit.
real. But I think there is a limit. I think there's a
But I
limit
think
to
it's
technology.
it's almost parabolic in the sense, or exponential, I guess. We'll get to a point where it's like straight up, where our technological advancement over time is just straight up,
Mm-hmm.
and then that might be the limit, and
The
it's
curve's
just
gonna flatten.
It might flatten. You're right. But the idea is, I mean, it becomes paradoxical, like you said. Once you get an AI that can manipulate time or something, or be in a space-time that is faster necessarily, that's when you get the Einsteinian paradoxes of time travel, and that's why Newtonian gravity and Einsteinian gravity doesn't work together. That's literally why when you make a story like that, it's interesting because it begs the question, like Interstellar begs the question, and the answer in Interstellar was love traversed time, and it was good. But it wasn't. It's not. We don't know the answer, and it comes down to that paradox of time travel. To get to that space time, that region of space time that is faster than the other regions of space time, say Earth, you'd have to have not a lot of energy because you get pulled into it gravitationally. But to get back out of that, you'd need energy faster than the speed of light necessarily, or closer to the speed of light, because you'd have to accelerate beyond that gravitational pull, right? So the amount of energy you need to get out of that would be a lot. And so that's really difficult to do. And then the closer you get to like the infinite space-time, where you're going infinitely faster than every other region in space-time, you'd have to travel at the speeds of light speed, to the speed of causality, to get out of those regions.
How about them aliens?
How about them?
Get into
Anyways,
it.
when is
We
Bob
don't
Lazar
want-
getting on here?
Bob Lazar.
If we can get Bob Lazar
I
on
would
something
be
like this,
so hyped.
I'd shit my pants.
I would.
No, honestly, I'd have the biggest nerd boner of my life.
All right, how about this? Let's all say why we want Bob Lazar on the
Start with you.
podcast. I'll start, and then I'll send him on DM.
Okay, sounds good.
Bob Lazar. We're just starting off. We'll go here.
Yeah.
Trying to look
Already
good for
there,
you, bro. Hey, Bob. I'd love you to come on this podcast. It's not huge yet, but we'd love to have you on. We can accommodate you in ways, most likely, and I just really want to pick your brain. And I love you, man, and I just want you on here. So I just hope you say yes.
Listen, we're in South Florida. It's the best place to be. It really is. It's the best place to be. We got a cool little group of people who are very intelligent, and we'd study up for this one. That's what I'd say.
Oh yeah.
We'd be prepared. So, give us a call. Bob.
I love you, Bob. Listen, I know this is probably tough. If explained these stories a million times, and the only incentive we can give you is we're in South Florida, like Gio said. Being in South Florida, there's something about it that I can't explain. There's also a few things that you probably can't explain either. And just picking your brain is not enough, because, again, it's probably pretty intense to be thinking about this shit all the time, because thousands of people have asked you, millions, and you've already gone through this. But the idea of Moscovium, element 115, and the isotope 299 being the key to space-time travel, like warp speed travel, or I guess what the UFOs would travel by, however that is. that's something we should be explored deeper. I sincerely hope that you don't want to give up on just the entirety of it, because the answer should lie there. If sincerely you believe that's what happened, the answer lies with that element and that isotope. We need more information on it.
Amen. Amen.
Listen, man.
What's that camera?
Well, you know, I would love to have all these conversations with you. And you may believe all these things. Your direct needs, Geo can fulfill them in any way that you would like. Offset on camera. No matter what you need. He's got you 100% of the time and always.
Yeah, Bobby, come over here. You know, we'll make you happy.
I'm just saying, Bob, I know we're just a bunch of rapscallions sitting in a hangar talking about aliens, and what better place to come? We can fly to you and pick you up if needed, and if you're in the range
In the
of
hangar.
where we can fly.
In the plane.
In
Okay.
the plane.
Car.
Bob Lazar, if you're listening,
Back to Bob.
I
This is
don't
Bob.
care if you come on the
This is Bob.
podcast. I just want feed pics.
And that brings us to a great new segment. We're creating the app now. It's in development.
Only
Oh,
feet.
Only feet.
Sorry.
It's gonna be the new thing. You know. Here's the thing. There's a lot of what's the word?
Samantha.
Losers.
There's a market for it.
There's a market for it for sure. You can stay anonymous, you know, and yeah, we'll
And you can name each toe different. Each toe can get certain
Yeah.
medals and how many subscribers
you can do a lot
have.
with it. You can do a lot with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just. Well, what would be your username for Only Feet? Any good ones?
Suck these toes.
Soulful.
Soulful.
Nice.
Soulful feet.
Feed Express.
Feet Express.
Feet Express. Feet Express. Max is just pushing out volume.
That's the name of
Every
his
10
car.
minutes.
The Feet Express.
His thing's
The
like,
Feet Express.
as soon as you want a feet pic, bro, I got you. Like,
Man.
right away.
Yeah, I got one airdropped to me right when I got here from him.
That's the name of his car.
Listen, all I know is when you look at my thing, it says responds within 10 seconds.
It's got to. When you need a feet pic, you need it now.
It doesn't matter if he's on a jog, if he's taking a crap, the feet pics are coming.
Any
And it's
sister.
only 10 seconds because that's how long it takes me to get the shoes off. Alright, you know.
Oh.
Them little wiggly kind of guys, you know, about yay tall,
Yeah.
big old eyes, you know, flying saucers. They'll hear it.
My man, my alien friends who definitely listen to us, and I know that for sure.
Oh,
You
6
know,
years.
we're aviation based. They like us. They like us.
Tune in.
You know, we'll take the plane up. You just do a little flyby. Let us get a little footage of it. You know,
We
wanna
do
see that
have
ticket.
listeners from alien listeners. 'Cause
Yeah.
Off world it says on the
Off-world, yeah,
podcast.
I know.
Off world. We have a couple
Yeah.
off worlds.
I
So
only understand math, my man. You gotta speak some math to them.
Start talking about prime
imagine
numbers.
being like one of the first 100 like YouTubers on Mars though.
That's gonna be big.
What's up, guys? My name is Mr. Beast.
You're
On
from
Mars.
Mars.
We're gonna-
He's gonna be number one. You know, he's gonna be the first one.
I trapped 100 people in a crater. Let's see if they can get out.
Honestly, you'd make
Mars.
so much. Imagine though, seriously, how much fucking money you would make if you took a spaceship to Mars. No, seriously, how many viewers you would have?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
everyone
By the,
would watch
if you can
Put
get back
ads on that
alive,
shit, bro.
yeah,
7 billion people.
you
Yeah.
can't bring a GoPro though. You're gonna need like
No, GoPro should work.
what?
pretty much
Yeah, that's
anything.
what they got on the SpaceX shit. They got GoPros on that bitch.
If you could do it for less than $1 billion, you would make money. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's chump change, bro. I got that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Run it back.
Can't believe I'm the only one wearing a Christmas sweater.
I'm wearing green.
Just gonna say I'm a little sad about that.
You're the only one that likes wiener.
Yeah. Okay.
And hairy arms.
And hairy arms. We can go back to that one if your girlfriend
Shave them.
just
Shave
said like, hey, like I don't really want to shave anymore.
I say, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I fucking like.
But
shave
why?
My chest, shave my balls, shave my dong. Why? Well, okay. Well, if it's like your arm hair, sometimes like, you can't even see that.
Let's just say it's armpit hair.
Armpit hair, it's unattractive.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if my girlfriend said, "Cut your fucking hair right now," I'd do it. She likes my hair the way it is, and that's one of the only reasons I have it the way it is. I like it long because it's the only time in my life I'm going to have it long.
Mhm.
I won't be able to have long hair when I'm older. I just, the look. You
Yeah.
need to conform. But I mean, if my girlfriend said, "Cut your hair," fuck, I'd do it. I mean, she's the one that wants me to look good because she's the only person that should care. Therefore, if your significant other does something and you don't like it necessarily physically, you just be honest. Listen, I don't wait. Can you please shave this? Like,
Yeah. But what if it was like every girl started doing it type of thing? What if that's a new movement? It's like, yeah, we're not gonna shave our arms
I
anymore.
think that tried to take off and it just didn't. Like the ones that did that are
Maybe.
like Tumblr girls, and
Maybe.
like none of us really talk to
And
Tumblr
none of
girls.
them are getting any dick.
No, of course not. But but there are some guys that like that. I mean, there's 7 billion people in the world. Come on. But in my opinion, hairy armpits are a no go.
Yeah.
I mean, some hair on your body in the right places is different. But your armpit hair for a female, it's just colloquially, if that's the right term, just don't. They don't have armpit hair.
Yeah. What if the girl you were talking to was like a solid 10, but she had a unibrow?
She
And that
wouldn't be
was-
a
that was
solid
her-
10 then. How would she
No, like everything
Oh,
but
everything
that.
else, right.
Maybe. What does that demote it to then? We're talking like hottest girl
That's
you
just
can
not,
think.
Here's the thing, though. That's just.
Hottest girl you could think in your
I'm
head
just gonna
with
say,
a unibrow.
It'd be so fucking hard. Like, it's very hard for you to be the hottest girl you've ever seen and also not be very well put together. And so, like, you know what I mean?
What are you saying?
Just imagine the hottest girl you know with a unibrow.
Yeah. When she's sleeping, I just shave it.
I mean, you got a dimmer switch in your room?
You ever
Not
seen
illegal,
any
right? It's not
hot
The
illegal.
lights off.
any hot bald girls recently?
I actually
Yes.
have. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't need hair to look good, but you have to have the right shaped head. I mean, anybody with that's bald.
Yeah.
I think
I've
anybody.
seen some pretty hot candy.
Yeah, oh yeah. Whoa.
Speaking of TikTok, go follow our Hanger Slang TikTok. You know why? Because we just got it back.
Yeah.
Haven't had it for a little bit, and only lost one follower. So
It was taken from us.
it was taken. We've gotten it back.
Oh,
Explain that.
Roman.
What happened?
Actually, no. Gio just forgot the passcode.
Ah, recovery.
No, my phone got stolen. I couldn't log back into it for a while.
Pompano.
Figured it out.
Figured it out.
Figured it out.
Letterkenny new season comes out Christmas Day.
Figured out.
2 days.
Figured out.
Yeah, I'll have a
Figured
beer.
it out.
Have you guys watched The Witcher?
Oh, I'm waiting to watch the second season.
The second season.
It's
like
good?
2
Is it
nights
good?
ago. Yeah.
I
it's
can't
really good.
wait. I'm waiting. I'm gonna just watch every episode just
One night.
one night. No, like just one episode a night. I'm gonna.
I just
true.
binged
You
it,
binged
honestly.
it?
Like 3 days, I was done. Yeah.
Why do you think we haven't heard from him in the last 2 weeks? You know,
That is true.
It's got to be doing something.
That is true.
Thank you guys for watching.
What's up? Hanger Slang!
We'll see you soon.